Good day, everyone. I am Alberto V. Espenida, taking up Doctor in Educational Leadership and Management. I am Master Teacher 1 at Alberto Diaz National High School. I would like to present my research for the subject, Qualitative Research. This is academic requirement under the guidance of our professor, Professor Cheryl A. Hilbas. The title of this research undertaking is Advocacies of Senior High School Science Teachers. Particularly, the setting was in Puerto Diaz National High School, so this involves the teachers teaching science in the senior high school department. According to Team 2020, science teachers impart a deeper understanding of the world in which we live. They support creative analysis and scientific reasoning. They explore the universe and seek answers to our questions through research and experiments. Science teachers and mentors across the country are making difference in the lives of their students every day. According to Julie A. Luft 2016, science teachers are professional learners and leaders. As learners, they want to participate in workshops about district, curriculum, institutes that support the development of new content knowledge, or professional learning communities that examine instructional practices. As leaders, they want to work with the students, teachers, participate in school committees, and present studies of their own classroom practices locally and nationally. Their active participation in school committees activities can be assumed as their advocacies to the school, self, and community. Advocacy incorporates protection of the vulnerable people, creation of support that enhances societal functioning, protection and advancing claims or appeals, and cultivating identity and control. This approach stresses the importance of transforming the client from passive consumer to active participants in their lives. That's from Howe 2009. According to the Outreach and Equity in the Advocate Training Institute in Washington, D.C., science teachers and mentors across the country are making a difference in the lives of their students every day. These hard-working individuals are taking their commitment to science one step further this year by participating in the Society for Science and the Public's Advocate Grant Program. With these characters, science teachers are good advocates or leaders. Teacher empowerment, on the other hand, is crucial in teacher advocacies. It supports clients by equipping them with the tools they need in order to create change, become assertive, and develop confidence. Empowered teachers are given the encouragement and support necessary to take risks and engage in continuous professional development while collaborating with their colleagues, and this process is essential to success in education, and that's from Sullivan 2015. Further, Frances Bolin in Sullivan 2015 said empowering teachers mean investing teachers with the right to participate in the determination of the school goals. There are so many school activities with which science teachers can choose to advocate. The school activities can be extracurricular or co-curricular activities. DepEd Order number 29 2021 lists some activities like Brigada Eskwela, enrollment, World Teachers Day, SPG or SSG election, career guidance, orientation for grades 9, 10, 11, and 12, and araw ng pagbasa and PTA meetings. Aside from this, the organizations of the school have activities to implement every year. There were designations to organizations like YESO, Career Advocacy Campaign, Research, and the likes. These activities were also present in Puerto Diaz National High School. This study explored the teacher empowerment factors for the senior high school science teachers in Puerto Diaz National High School, its effect on the advocacies they work for, and the connection to school improvement. The result of the study would be beneficial in among teachers and the school administrator. The teacher empowerment leads to strong teacher advocacies which help school improvement. This study aimed to explore the connection of empowerment factors among the senior high school science teachers in Puerto Diaz National High School, advocacies they work for, and school improvement. Specifically, it sought to explain the participants' profile in this study the specialization, postgraduate studies, and years in the teaching service as factors of teacher empowerment. Empowerment and advocacy theory is a broad theoretical framework that embraces all aspects of clients' life and seeks to aid clients in attaining power on decisions and actions in their own lives. Empowerment supports clients by equipping them with the tools they need in order to create change, become assertive, and develop confidence. It also challenges oppression and encourages clients to become self-advocates, and that's from Payne in 2005. On the other hand, advocacy incorporates protection of the vulnerable people, creation of support that enhances societal functioning, protection and advancing claims or appeals, and cultivating identity and control. This approach stresses the importance of transforming the client from passive consumers to active participants in their lives, and it's from Ho 2009. Empowered teachers are given the encouragement and support necessary to take risks and engage in continuous professional development while collaborating with their colleagues. And this process is essential to success in education, and that's from Sullivan in 2015. Further, Francis Bolin in Sullivan 2015 said that empowering teachers mean investing teachers with the right to participate in the determination of the school goals. If there are too many teachers in the school, newcomers are not given role to lead through designations at once. They are allowed to participate, but it takes few months to years for them to be fully trusted of tasks to work on. This happens once the school have seen the capacity in them. According to OLEP in 2021, the teacher as an advocate also needs to be well informed about the truths of events, occurrences, and issues. A well-informed teacher, as she or he takes a serious and intelligent reflection, would know exactly how to make a critical presentation and offer understandable thoughts to others. Being well-informed and doing careful analysis would also demand continuing education so that the knowledge which one keeps would be timely and relevant, and the teacher would not continue to hold on to the misinformation of the past. As an advocate, the teacher must have clear values which he or she believes in and embrace these values as pillars of his or her life. In education, postgraduate studies forge these values in teachers to be strong and clear. Work value is just one of the many values being forged in the graduate schools. The figure shows the connection between the empowerment and advocacy theory and school improvement. The researchers saw the flow from teacher empowerment to teacher as advocates and tries to link these two to school improvement. When a teacher is empowered through having a postgraduate studies and accumulation of years in the service, a confidence is built upon them. Confidence is what makes teachers become assertive and driver of advocacies. In effect, the researcher assumes that empowerment and advocacy results to increased students' participation and improved school activities. Indicators. These are indicators of school improvement. The study used phenomenological design of qualitative research. Purposive sampling was used and involved all the three senior high school teachers in Puerto Diaz National High School. The data collection tool used was Interview Guide. It was inspected and critiqued by the two senior high school master teachers in Filipino in Puerto Diaz National High School. The interview guide asked questions about the participant's profile, which include their highest educational attainment and the specialization and the length in the teaching profession. It also asked the advocacies to school activities that they are engaged in, how they make these activities going despite of the pandemic. This interview guide had follow-up questions which depends on the previous responses of the participants. The researcher asked permission from the participants by letting them sign the informed consent form. The participants were interviewed at their most convenient preferred time. Follow-ups were tried to be delivered as relatively as possible with the participants' responses to make an in-depth collection of information from them. Thematic coding will be used in the analysis of data. The information data collected were read several times. The patterns or themes were observed and analyzed so that the researcher can come up with a para-conclusion for each of the objectives. Postgraduate studies as empowerment factor. The senior high school science teachers in Petodias National High School were all graduates of bachelor's degree. The two of them were graduate of bachelor in secondary education with specialization in physics and biophysics. One from these three was a graduate of BS in biology. They all took graduate studies. One had completed academic requirements in Masters in Management, major in Administration and Supervision in Sorsogon State College, while the other two had their units in MAED in Physics and MS in Biology, both in Bicol University. The responses of the participants about their postgraduate studies as empowerment factor were posted on the screen. All the three senior high school science teachers agreed that the graduate studies life build the confidence in them and the sense of leadership to plan and implement activities. The three senior high school science teachers implied that graduate studies have been helpful in carrying their obligation or function in the school activities assigned to them. The researcher concluded that graduate school not only provide an avenue to share ideas which the teachers can use in their respective school, but also a sense of leadership in them. In graduate school, the teachers who are students become proactive because their visions and values are being forged and strengthened. This is teacher empowerment. They were able to have guts to initiate activities, plan, implement, monitor and collect data, analyze the data, and report the result. In the study of Ashell and Tucker 2013, 70% of the teachers with MA degree reported that they wanted to make a difference and enable change. The leadership roles they wanted include school administrator, school district program leader, and better teacher. Length of years in the teaching profession as empowerment factor. One of the three senior high school science teachers is already teaching science for 10 years. The second one is on its 8 years in the service. The last one is on its 6th year in the teaching science subject. They are considered young in the teaching profession. When asked what could have been the relationship of the length of years in the teaching service with their passion in doing these school activities or the advocacies they work on, the responses were posted on the screen. The responses of the participants would mean that actual engagement to various advocacies in the school that one does cannot happen upon his or her entry in the department. These senior high school science teachers had to extend their help to every school organization or school committee. It just came to a point where the school saw them capable to take over the responsibilities in handling designations. This capability may be innate, but they claimed it was just forged by the years that they are working in the school. It can only be assumed that the opportunity to be engaged and be passionate in designations they work has went with the length of service. According to Francis Bolin and Sullivan, 2015, empowering teachers mean investing teachers with the right to participate in the determination of the school goals. The right to participate is open to every teachers, whether new or old, but the right to lead the assigned work, which later they will consider as their advocacies, requires time. As years go on, the new teachers will try to see for themselves if they can really do it. They wanted to see what they could offer. That is why active teachers are those in service for already a few years. Advocacies that the senior high school science teachers in Petrias work for. Advocacy is creation of support that enhances societal functioning, protection and advancing claims or appeals, and cultivating identity and control. This approach stresses the importance of transforming the client from passive consumers to active participants in their lives. That's from How 2009. According to the participants, during their lead of these the designations posted on the screen, they have brought honors to school and have done quite satisfying performance. The echo or feedback of their work made them even more persistent to work on their designations. They now call it their advocacies. This work or designations were added to their priorities. According to Rulli 2013, the teacher advocacy for school improvement may be shaped by the context in which they work. Teachers' visions inform their advocacy, and that advocacy and context are reciprocally related. The senior high school science teachers said that virtual conferences, remote gatherings, and limited face-to-face activities following health and safety protocols are things done to keep all their advocacies going. Amidst uncertainties and risk of being infected with COVID-19, they are still committed to do these school activities. The school has supported them throughout their activities. These senior high school teachers strive hard for their advocacies because they are trusted and empowered and thus are capable advocates. These are advocacies because they have this inclusivity in their mind. They included underprivileged and underperforming students into their activities and improved the usual norm. Being a science teacher would mean a character of systematic intelligence, creative, and excellence. When asked what drives them in their advocacies, the responses pointed out to these characters. All senior high school science teachers agreed that working for their advocacies is more of self-driven endeavor because it is already in their character to work and to actively participate in school activities. Working in their advocacies are not merely part of their work as a teacher. They know they are contributing to the improvement of school operation and condition. These responses are congruent with that from University of Texas 2017, which said that some characters of science teachers are commitment to continual professional development and leaders in the school and community. The senior high school science teachers in Pretoria National High School have their advocacies which helps a lot in school operations and improvement. They all have units and are complete the academic requirement for a master's degree that forge ideas and clear their values, characters which are helpful to their advocacies. Being in the field of science has also helped them become proactive in their respective advocacies because it's innate among them to be advocates of active, intelligent, and excellent work processes and outputs. The years in the service have given them wisdom and confidence to handle designations. Years in the service somehow forged their wisdom and strengthened them. All these designations, school activities were self-driven tasks and developed into their advocacies because of very satisfying feedback. Their designation has a purpose of inclusivity to those who are underprivileged and underperforming students. Science as specialization, postgraduate studies, and years in the service are all factors of empowerment. It is therefore concluded that empowering teachers drives them to their advocacies, which contributes positively to the school improvement. It is recommended that senior high school science teachers should empower themselves for the advocacies they work for. The school administrator should be an agent of teacher empowerment by providing various support so that these teachers can be strong in their advocacies and in turn can contribute to school improvement.